Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Virgo read. So we're going to do a read first and then we're going to get into some channel messages, okay? But all the kids are in school right now. Last time I tried to do this, it just was not working out. And then I had a call, so everybody was getting off of work. But yeah, still pregnant, extremely fucking hot. Yeah, so let's get into it here. Let's see what's going on, because I do have some channel messages. I feel like you guys are like, are you eating? Well, I'm not trying to get on welfare, but the situation with the welfare thing is, somebody decided to, put my middle name instead of my last name, and my last name needs to, but it needs to be on the profile, because it says like, one and two, but not my third, my last name, right? So that's what's going on. And they gave me emergency food stamps, and that wasn't applicable because I had a file that was already open for food stamps and Medicaid, and that was, that was his own situation as well. It was because of the credentials. So it's just basically, but it's stuff in my profile that shows that I am in a shelter or I am living where I'm living, and there is stuff in my profile, and you can definitely go off on that, right? And there are documents proving that. But even my last name too, like on my ID, they're like, oh no, we still have to, it takes time to change your name in the system. And I'm like, I've never heard of that. Once you change somebody's name in the system, it's changed in the system. I don't know why they put my last name for the system, I don't know why they put my middle name for the system, because I'm pretty sure when I did the application, it asked me for my first name, my last name, and my middle name. I don't know who decided to put like, okay, we're going to use your middle name. When does that say that in the requirements? If that was the case, and now that I'm in a situation, that means that in the requirements, it was supposed to say, you were supposed to put the last name. So now I'm living off of somebody else's mistake, and now I can't get any emergency food stamps, So that's pretty much the problem. I was working at the time. I feel like you guys need to know this because, I was working at the time, and what was it? It's like, what is it? They had to provide documents here, and I'm like, okay, cool. Come to find out, I can't really work because of a situation I had with my vaginal, right? It was a vaginal bleeding, but I was just in a situation where it was pretty aggressive, so I kind of had to stop. So that happened. So yeah, it was just a lot of situation that was happening with me. I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. People are sending me like money. I got one time money from my mom and one of my sisters. The rest of the siblings that I that I'm connected to, related to, they haven't reached out to me. One of them reached out to me to help me, but that's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now. I think I'm going to be grateful because, if it wasn't for me going back, I would have, the food stamps and the Medicaid would have been, it would have came back late, because of my last name. So I'm thankful for that, but they're not helping me because of my own situation, my own personal situation with my ex-boyfriend, not with the baby father, with the ex-boyfriend. They kept kicking me out. I didn't like how, the first one lied that I took the keys without permission. And I'm like, I don't even know why did that come through. I think she was just so angry. She just wanted to lie, And then the one that talked to me, she was just like, like, oh, that's not what she told me. We all went through it. And I'm like, just because all of you guys went through it doesn't mean that you got to put the next person through the situation. And a lot of people tend to do that, like they tend to like, oh, we went through it, so you can do it as well. And I'm like, well, the whole point of being a mom, not coming for you, but I'm a mom now, right? The whole point of being a mom, the whole point of being a teacher or the supervisor for teachers or supervisor for children is to be selfless, not selfish. It's don't carry the torch if it's torturing, right? Like, no, you're supposed to help them, not like, okay, because I did it, you can go through it too, we can tolerate. You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm not in the same situation or a similar situation as you. We're not dealing with the same nationality, and we're not in the same barrel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. And you know, the other one, yeah, the keys and the other one, I felt like she was trying to come for me as far as, like, you know, the judicial system, sorry, or the court system. And come to find out, I told my ex-boyfriend mom the situation and how I felt, and she did the same exact thing to me. And I think she was just trying to tell me, like, yeah, I would do it too to you too. If I wanted to move, I wanted to not pay my rent, or if I wanted to, like, you know, a one-shot deal, I would do it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that going on here. I'm not really sure. I feel like some of you guys, you know, you're like, well, that's a lot. It is a lot, you know? But I mean, everything is emotional. There's no facts in the situation. If I work and I come home earlier than you, why won't you give me the keys if you're going to come home later? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's your business. I don't know what to tell you. Well, if you don't know what to tell me, then you're being emotional. You're not really trying to work with me. And I'm in a more dire situation than you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Come to find out, like, I did hook her up with her YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I did help these people with their children. You were in my home. You know what I'm saying? You were not on the lease, honey. And now that I need your help, when I need financial help or, you know, a place to stay or whatever, it's like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. So you know what? In the future, because I see something for all of them, no threat, it's just common sense, it's just facts, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do. Now I have a child, you know, and now I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Baby father's doing all that he can to help. That's a whole different situation, you know, because you guys know I was, like, living with him and then his brother, all that good stuff. You already know. You guys commented. I love the comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys commenting and just telling me, like, you know, things are going to get better. God is on my side. I definitely do see it. You know, if it wasn't for, like, you know, my persistence and my merits and, you know, me being on YouTube, I don't think I would have ever, like, you know, gotten, you know, like this level of cooperation or respect. Okay, because I did notice that once I got off of social media, once upon a time, everybody started disrespecting me, kicking me out and everything. And it's just like, well, that's an endless family too. And it's like a huge red flag, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as my jobs is pretty much fine. I'm still, like, in good connections with the job. The recent job that I was working at, I was a cashier, and I had a situation. I think I miscarried when I was dealing with the baby father. I think I miscarried, and the co-worker that I was working with, she was a manager. A lot of people call out. They be like, oh, I gotta leave early. So, you know, I was like, you know what? What's the whole point of playing fair when everybody else says, you know, you gotta match the game, right? So, you know, I said, I gotta use the bathroom because I said, I can't leave early. So I was like, you know what, I gotta use the bathroom. This was very different. I don't know if I was miscarriaging or anything, but it felt very different. It felt like something was scraping up against my wall. Like, it felt like some nails were scraping up against my left uterus wall. Not my vagina, my uterus. You know what I'm saying? So, because the vagina is where the penis goes into. I didn't feel it there. I felt inwards, you know, like it was scraping, like, you know, you're scraping your nails up against a chalkboard, you know. So I was like, oh, I gotta go. It was coming down very, very heavy. So I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, you know, to make a long story short, because we went back and forth. So I said I need to use the bathroom, and I went on the line in the back of the store. And, you know, I had to go buy some pads. And she said, oh, so this is what we do. And I'm like, yo, I'm on my head. I'm like, you're supposed to be a manager, you know what I'm saying? And use context clues. If I'm buying pads, that means that I got my period, right? I'm not going to explain my situation to you going back and forth. I'm like, was I supposed to tell you that after you was kind of getting, you know, you was getting heated about me talking, going over your head? I mean, honestly, anybody would. But I'm like, she was going hard, bro. And so she said, oh, no, like, she about to write me up, or I think she did write me up because she said I was on the line buying pads. And I'm like, well, use your fucking common sense, because you use your own fucking common sense, your other nationality, right? So I'm like, use your common sense with me. If somebody's on the fucking, that's what being a manager is about too. You know what I'm saying? So that was the situation. And then she said something, and then I said I quit. You know what I'm saying? Because she was definitely, like, coming at me and more and more and more. She was definitely out of line. She definitely could have got fired. I want her to get fired, you know, because she was definitely out of line as a manager. I'm like, bro, you're a manager. You're not going to keep coming at me like I'm your fucking kid. You're a lesbian. Stay in that place, okay? You like me? I don't like you. Now hop off, okay? So that was going on, but I'm still in good connections. Not with that, you know, not with that store. I mean, I don't know. I never talked to the manager. I don't want to talk to the manager. I don't want to talk to the CS, whatever. I don't want to, because it was just something that was just like, you know, whatever. I mean, honestly, the manager, I don't know. But that, if she's still working there, I don't want to talk to you. That's it. Because the actions speak louder than words. That's it. Thank you for the job, but the company is great to me. The company that I work with, another company that I work with, were pretty great. Thank you for them. Thank you for welfare. Thank you for giving jobs. Okay, but another thing too as well, welfare, I want Caucasians to work this specifically, because when the people who are Hispanic, they like to play a lot of games, okay? They like to play, oh, I'm gonna give you the card, but I'm like, if the card is, there's no benefits on the card, then why would you give me the card in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Then I go use it, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she checked, but I'm like, if the card is active, don't you see on the profile that it's active or not, like it has benefits on it or not? So I come in the next day, I come in today, and she says, oh yeah, it's no benefits on the card, you got to go talk to the, and, smiling and shit, like the one that's like, oh, I don't know what to tell you, a lot about the keys, right? So I'm like, I left, and I didn't leave the facility, but I'm like, I left, I went to go get another ticket. And she's like, oh, I said I left, and I was like, oh, you guys are playing way too many games. Because I'm like, you smiling, and I'm like, this is not a joke. I'm pregnant out here, bro, and I'm not eating. I get $15, and I'm begging, you know what I'm saying, from my baby father. You know what I'm saying? I asked my mom, I asked my uncle, I asked my aunt, I asked all of them. They're not saying nothing. My mom, she's like, oh, I want the guitars back. And she told me, she was like, oh, I'll pay for your storage unit. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty long. You guys could just skip it. I know you guys want to hear it. You guys are like, so she was like, oh, I'll pay for your storage unit. And then she texted me the other day, because I'm like, okay, I got it. I got it. It's good. You know what I'm saying? I think, whatever. But I'm like, I got it, whatever. So, what happened? So then she texts me, I get into it because she's talking about like, oh, the household that she lived in, she got on it by public assistance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm like, you live in this lifestyle, and I'm like, you live in this lifestyle because of your kids. Put some respect on your kids. You know what I'm saying? So, she tells me some shit, and I'm like, stop playing with me. Like, you don't know what's going down. She talking about moving somebody else in, and I'm like, I don't know what you talking about, but you gotta move. You gotta do something else, honey, because we're not finna like, me getting pregnant, and you have your light-skinned daughters. I really feel like it's a color thing, because her dark-skinned kids, like they in some really deep shit, and the light-skinned kids is pregnant with public assistance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, if you look at the picture, and I'm like, you dark-skinned yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you in a fucked up situation, all you do is run to them, you know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like you're giving them like, you approving of the fact that they had kids at a young age and didn't finish nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And I think that speaks more about her, so so yeah, like, what happened? This kiss is coming out. Let me see. I don't got another. So yeah, she comes to them. She like, oh, this and that, third. We get into an argument. Then she texts me like 2 days later, because my sister, she was like, oh, you need to go to welfare. You need to like ask like, for emergency food stamps. I told you that situation, but I went yesterday, and she gave me the card. Come to find out there was no benefits. She said, you don't call, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, excuse me, I don't know. Like, I'm on welfare. This is my first time as a mom, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my mom. My mom take care of that. My mom be like, you need to know about that. Like, mind your business. And so I did, you know what I'm saying? That's when my bitch ass went to college and high school. We finished that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we went to all that shit. We went to programs and everything. And I said, so I did. As that's a mom, right? And I said that. So, she called, she's like, oh, I need the guitar. I need the guitar. I said, the guitar. I said, I got a storage unit too. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, I told her, I said, why would you offer? Well, I didn't tell her this, but in my head, she's like, I need the guitar, sorry. And so I'm like, okay. I said, everything is fine. I said, I have a storage unit too. So you just want the guitars? I said, you want the guitar? And she's like, then she texts me. She's like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on with your attitude, this and that, third. I only gave this amount of money, this and that, third. And I'm in my head, I'm like, so why would you offer to pay my storage unit in the past? You just wanted my shit to go on layaway or some shit like that, like you, right? So I'm like, you tricking me now? Like, and I'm like, you coming off like, you could do this, but you don't got me, bro. So you want to put my trust in you, and then you want to put all that shit that's in the storage unit? I'm like, you're very funny. You're very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole little situation, you know what I'm saying? But everything's fine. I don't like people telling my, telling the story, because I don't like telling the story because people be like, that's a lot, but it's not really a lot. You're just dealing with a lot of emotional people, and honestly, like, they're not keeping their stuff because they're emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you're gonna be emotional, you think the system, when it's all about facts and everything, you're gonna come across a person. It's like kind of like love will always win, evil will always lose. Eventually, love will always win. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds corny, but eventually that's like having a whole bunch of people on the podium that's emotional, and then that one person is logical. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is guaranteed, because that is balance. We have two hands. One hand is longer than the other, so it has to be at least like one logical person against all the emotional people on the podium. So I'm like, you gonna have that one person that's common sense and it's like, yo, honestly, like, I'm not doing this shit. Like, you don't make any fucking sense. You can go to jail. You can do this. You can do that. What are you not getting? You think you're just gonna have fun and fuck people and swindle people along the way and disregard the facts? Like, come on, bro. Like, the last name. It's like, who told you to put the middle name instead of the last name? Did they say that on the application? If that was the case, are you lying now? Like, bro, that don't make no sense. But that's what's going on. It's a lot of like he said, she said, and it kind of sounds like, I don't know if from you guys you can hear, it kind of sounds like they just having fun. They're just making up rules on their own, and they're living their life at their job on an emotional side. You know what I'm saying? Which means that they're not following what's first, what's second, what's third, and what's fourth. You know what I'm saying? As far as food, for me, the guy, he's like, oh, you're just going to have to go to pantries. And I'm like, so I'm going to have to keep asking the shelter or wherever I'm at, like, like for MetroCards. Like, are you kidding me, bro? 5 days, a week, or like, come on, man. It's always been like a month. And you want me to keep asking people for money? And I'm pregnant, bro. So I'm like, do you think that's okay for the baby? And so I'm like, bro, like, y'all all need to get fired. And I honestly, HRA, it's called HRA. If you're Caucasian, pass the message along to somebody else. You guys are going to get in. You guys are going to get in. They're going to find you a spot, and you guys know what to do from that point on. You guys know how to infiltrate. Okay, so I want Caucasian people. If you don't have a Caucasian mentality, then you're not going to get in, because you're going to be matched as the people that was first there. You know what I'm saying? The first wave. So Caucasians, HRA is behind Western Beef in the Bronx in New York City. You type in HRA in the Bronx, and it's behind Western Beef. Okay. So you need to apply for that organization or apply for all of them. I don't know about all of them, but I know about the one in the Bronx. Okay, apply. All right, so you have Temperance. So you guys need to use patience here with a Sagittarius here. I'm gonna just pull out the card like these. We have the, so I feel like we got the World card here. So I feel like this person that you need to use patience on, or a situation you need to use patience on, it's already a done deal with the World card here. It's like, you've seen what you need to see. You said what you said. You said what you did. I got all my evidence. Now it's like, it's a matter of like, all right, like, I guess it's about like who's a witness. Temperance is also about patience as well. I mean, as I said, patience, but it's also attached to Sagittarius. It's Jupiter. So I guess like somebody that was like, has blessings, or supposed to get their blessings, they're going to win in the situation, because obviously somebody was doing some fucked up shit with the World card here. You see these two people watching something and they're like, like, that's interesting. You see the way how they're looking? They're not even looking at what they're pouring inside of the pond. That's interesting. What's going on? Look at that. We have the Hermit. This is about somebody investigating, looking at the books, looking at the documents here. That's interesting. 14-9 could be important as well. This is Virgo. I'm also getting like somebody, they could have been a Virgo, or there could be somebody that is like smart, but maybe somebody got upset or something like that. Or maybe this is about like, maybe if there are 3 people that's a witness of something. So you know how sometimes there's a situation that breaks out and there's an argument. You know what I'm saying? It's a situation that breaks out to argument. And then like, like there was already a situation, but then there's that first person, that first situation, that's an argument. And so when that situation goes away, it's like, okay, now what's going on with that situation? This situation is more important than this one. Because it's like, what's going on with this one? You know what I'm saying? They're both a situation. They're both like, but it's like domino effects, okay? Because I feel like once a situation like looks at this first situation, because it's technically first, right? And then, no, it's not technically first. Once they look at the second situation, second situation, then they'll focus on this Virgo, or they're focused on like what's going on with the first one, because something definitely happened here. And I feel like the gods or the universe was trying to like tell somebody something and they wasn't getting it. So this definitely was a catalyst. Whatever this Virgo did, or whatever this teacher or this whatever, this definitely was a catalyst for something. Okay, we have the fragment here. So this is about blessings, the stars. Okay, so I'm definitely getting like something was broken. Maybe people didn't know that something was broken. Okay, this could be a nationality is what I'm tapping into. This is like a certain nationality. This could be a group. This could be a job. This could be a person, an Aquarius, a specific person, because this is the Aquarius, the star card here. Something was broken. People wasn't catching on. That's why anger. That's why all this situation happened here. You know, the star card is also a wish. So maybe that's why I said a blessing is supposed to come in for somebody, but it didn't come in. Somebody probably purposely broke it. Or maybe somebody was hiding somebody's blessing. Maybe somebody wanted something to happen to somebody or a situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely getting like it's supposed to go to an Aquarius here, or it's supposed to go to the person that's supposed to be blessed. I don't know who, but Virgos, it looks like, I mean, obviously it's you. It could be also, you could be a cross-watcher too, but Virgos, it looks like you were supposed to have a blessing and somebody blocked this shit for you. So the universe was like, oh, okay, let's start a whole bunch of fucking problems, and you know, people are gonna see that you're a broken wish, but you're not supposed to be broken. Period. Period. All right. We have the dragon. I mean, we have the strength card here. Okay. I just want to see because I don't know what time it is. I think it's like a 12. So I think I got mad time. I think I'm gonna do 2. Okay, so we have the strength card here. So the strength card is a lovely card for this message here. It's obvious. It's a very strong frequency. Okay, the strength card also talks about confidence. It talks about willpower. You know, you probably stood out like a sore thumb here in your profile, in your documents, with a person, in a situation here. You stuck out like a sore fucking thumb. Okay, and you know, somebody was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or before, they still wasn't getting it until like these problems happened, until Virgo or somebody got angry, or you know. And we have rebirth. See, this is the death card here. So the death card is usually like, you know, somebody, it's like, okay, we're done. In the traditional tarot, it's like you're done. But this deck, this is an oracle deck. This is about rebirth. So like I said, something was supposed to go your way and it did not go your way, Virgos. Okay? It didn't go your way. So the universe is like, you were supposed to have it. Now we're going to bring the situation back up. Okay? For some of you guys you guys probably miscarriage, and you guys probably wasn't supposed to miscarriage. Okay? You probably was because of food, anger, jealousy, or it probably was location wise. It could be chemicals, all that good stuff. Okay? Or maybe the guy left you here and he wasn't supposed to leave you. Okay? Maybe this is about you guys finding out, or somebody finding out that, yeah, somebody was being a temptress, a guy or a woman here, you know, and they was trying really fucking hard for this person to leave you. They were never supposed to leave you. Others of you guys, it could be a job where you were supposed to get a certain position, and you didn't get the position because somebody was acting off of emotions. Everything is anger here. Or maybe somebody was not. This is star cards fragment here. They didn't want to heal the situation. They didn't want things to get better. That's what somebody's going to find out. This Temperance, these 2 people here, they're going to find out why you didn't get something here. And some of you guys, sadly, it is because of jealousy. It is because they didn't want something to get better. They wanted homeless people to be on the street. That's it, period. We have judgment here. Now, I feel like, honestly, what the cards are telling me here, like, this is telling me that the information or something's already out in the air. With the world card here at the bottom, this is saying, like, something's already, like, in there, like swimming. It's a matter of somebody just making a final judgment call. It's like, all right, enough is enough. You know, or it's like, okay, I see it now, and this is a little too fucking much. This is not the cycle. This is not the wheel of fortune. This is the world. That means that if somebody just caught on just now, and this is the world, that means that there are months and documents and days of somebody hiding something or wanting something to not get better. Okay, and now somebody's like, okay, let me make my final judgment call. So whoever's making the final judgment call, it seems like it's the boss. Okay, this is what this is. This is what this is about. Somebody's making a final judgment call on you. Okay, and they're like, Virgos are supposed to get this wish. I don't know how they're going to do this here, but I definitely feel like they're going to handle that situation. They're going to handle that. Okay, for you guys, I want you guys to know that I'm not. We have the Empress here. So this is you. Remember I say Virgos is always Empress here. And you guys already know why. Okay, but this is Taurus and also Libra. You was not supposed to be a fragment. You was not supposed to be a broken wish. You was supposed to be like the wish. You was also supposed to be that influencer, that one that people look up to. Your life is supposed to like be a certain way so that way other people, other queens could look up to you and learn how to be an empress here. It's not easy to be an empress here. But you guys were close, or you guys are there. You guys are the empress. So this could be pregnant. You guys could have a home. You guys could have, you guys are probably at the top of your game at a job. Okay, this could be a guy or a girl, you know, a man or a woman. Okay, you guys are already there. You're not the queen or a king. You're on the empress here. So somebody was like, oh, bitch, you're already there, nigga. You're already there. Oh, hell no. So it was like, I don't want things to get better. No, no, no. Really trying. That person was like, nah, we're not doing that. Sorry. We have balance. So yeah, so there was no balance. This also represents equality, freedom. This also represents judgment. Okay, it's like karma. It's karma. So this person that's coming in, they're like, all right, I'm going to be the scales. Because obviously the person that was in charge to be doing this for you guys here did not have discernment, okay? Or they did have discernment, but they were greedy. It's kind of like, you know, like what you know, that Bible, the 10 Commandments here, like, you know, don't be greedy, don't be envious, don't be gluttony, all that good stuff here. This is like a biblical, you know, story here. I don't know if you guys like open the Bible and maybe it may be like a story about this, okay? But 14, 9, 8 could be important, 17, 13, 20, 3, and 11 here. Okay, that could be like, that's a message for you guys when it comes to the Bible. I don't know if you guys read the Bible, but some of you guys may read the Bible. So that's all that I have for you guys here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be making a second video because you guys know how I do. I know it's been a while, but it's been a lot going on. And to be quite honest, it's like welfare, and my mom is not helping me. She's just too emotional. She's just trying to like, you know, come up, you know? And yeah, definitely not the same treatment as, you know, my other sisters when they were pregnant, you know? I even asked her, I keep trying to tell her, like, I'm like, it's not the same treatment. I'm not looking for the same treatment, but I'm like, you know what? I did finish high school. I did finish college. Like, you know, common sense. Like, aren't you proud? And she's like, no. I mean, she didn't say no, but, you know, she's like listening to me and you know, and she's like, what, you jealous? And I'm like, why do you say these things? Like, I'm like, who's jealous? You know, I'm like, I will never be jealous of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy. The only reason why you're jealous is because you don't have what a person have, or you don't know yourself. So for me, I said that I want to finish high school. I would want to finish college. I want to go to these programs. I want to go to the bar. I want to fuck somebody at the bar. I want to do this, you know? And I did everything I wanted to do. So why would I be jealous? Like, it don't make any sense to me, honey. Like, I'm happy, I'm content. I did everything that I wanted to do before I got pregnant, before I was like going out and, you know, and planning this pregnancy and like, you know, my dream of what I want my baby to be in, you know? Like, nobody's jealous here, honey, okay? No, we will never be jealous. I don't want to say never because I don't want to, but I'm pretty confident in that. You know, I think I would be aggravated because it's like, you know, you kept going back and forth, and it's kind of like you are okay where they are at. You know, even to this day, I'm like, okay, it is what it is, but it's like, you know, try to better yourself. And they are. But then you come along, you know, the mom comes along, and it's like, oh, yeah, like, you know, and it's like you're doing the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? And it's like every time, you know, I have a situation with a guy or a girl, she was right about the ex-boyfriend, but I'm like, to an extent, she thinks that the ex-boyfriend is better, too. And I'm like, he hit me, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't believe he's abusive. He was telling me he's abusive. Like, you know, you gonna deny that, huh? Yeah? Like, no, honey. I mean, like, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but it's just like, you know, definitely, like, you know, the way her cognitive state is, it's not really, people like, oh, well, you know, you are, but I'm like, you know what, I am, but I have discernment, and I am from a father who's like, you know, I do have a father, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, being that I went through a situation with my father, okay, I feel like it dawned on me more, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's about that. But I'm going to make a second video for you guys, and we'll see about that, okay?